Hey everyone, Jacob the Nihad channel here, the internet's second busiest music nerd, and today we're going to be reviewing the album Visions from rapper and songwriter Skizi267. This is Skizi's first official album, and although it comes in at a pretty brisk 15 minutes, he manages to make a great use of that time. Vision is not only filled with a bunch of hard-hitting bangers, but it is also strongly juxtaposed with very deep and emotional cuts as well. One of the most impressive parts about this album is, like I said, this is Skizi's first official album. Despite this, Vision is filled with both phenomenal beat selection and that essential Skizi style. Skizi is a rapper that wears his influences on his sleeve, from rappers like Logic, Big L, and Joey Badass, from entire musical movements like the current Detroit rap scene. Skizi doesn't just represent the style of these specific musicians and movements though. He also embellishes and implements his own style into something that is truly unique. This is just one of the reasons that Skizi is a truly impressive up-and-coming artist. I'd also like to touch on Skizi's impeccable beat selection. Nearly all of the beats that you find on Vision are deep cuts from YouTube from a variety of underground producers. Despite this, every single beat is absolutely incredible. Skizi has a real talent of not just finding beats, but rapping over them as if they were his own. Another really interesting fact about Vision is that in multiple songs throughout the album, the word vision is actually used. This was actually not planned by Skizi, and it was a complete coincidence. However, I think that this adds a lot of cohesion and depth to the entire album. I think this is a fantastic artistic coincidence. Before we get into the individual songs, let me quickly touch on some critiques that I have for the album. Some of these songs can certainly sound repetitive. However, at a 15-minute runtime, this really isn't too much of an issue. The quality of the bonus track is comparatively a little bit lower than the rest of the album, but it's hard to judge it with the same scrutiny considering it's a bonus track. Now, with all that being said, let's get into the individual songs. First up, we have Get It Up. This is the introductory track, and honestly, one of my favorites. The instrumental is fast and hard, and Skizi manages to keep up throughout the entire song. The bars are absolutely on point, with some of the most notable ones being, "I don't need no chili pea, more like Walter White in the lab, so come and get with me," as well as, "I'm the fucking coldest like Otzi, I'm the Iceman." The latter is one of my favorite bars in the entire album, especially because it comes alongside a beat switch midway through the song where both the drums and the bars are hitting equally hard. Next up, we have Key Glock. Key Glock features one of my favorite beats on the entire album. This song may differ drastically from the former. However, I think it works in tandem to showcase Skizi's style and versatility. Going from a hard-hitting banger to a slower and more lyrically expressive song is not an easy thing to do, yet Skizi manages to pull it off almost effortlessly. He masterfully flows over the beat, and compared to where he does the same thing on the former song, it really starts to raise the question on whether or not there is a beat that Skizi can't rap on. Overall, the bars are fire, so is the instrumental. What more needs to be said? Shit Talk is the third installment of Vision. Although there may be a dip in quality compared to the previous two songs, this song isn't bad by any means. The instrumental may get a tad bit repetitive, but Skizi's bars and flow definitely make up for it. Overall, Shit Talk is a good song, despite being slightly unremarkable. Now, it's time to talk about my favorite track, Tiptoe Interlude. This song starts off very slow, with just Skizi rapping over a shrewd violin and the melody of the instrumental. Then, right as the first verse ends while referencing the title of the track, the drums kick in and Skizi takes it up a notch. The string instruments fade away and you're left with a punchy verse that complements the beat perfectly. Then, Skizi brings it all back together in the third verse by bringing the strings back in and switching the flow up. This actually features one of my favorite bars throughout the entire album, being, "Yeah, them 2-2-2-3s go root-2-2-2," which really scratches a part of my brain in a way that I can't even really describe. After this, Skizi calmly yet steadily moves his way to the end of the song while dropping the volume of the instrumental. Overall, despite this being the shortest song on the album and labeled an interlude, Tiptoe is a hard-hitting banger that demands your attention. Next up, we got Skies. Skies is a chill, laid-back, relaxing song that genuinely sounds like a cut straight from Joey Badass's 1999. With such a relaxing beat on top of Skizi's melodic delivery, it's almost impossible not to catch a groove from this song. Overall, there's not even too much to say about this song. It's relaxing, it's fun, it's groovy. What's not to love? The sixth track we have on this record is titled Rosemary. This is a song that I actually have a very personal connection to because I was lucky enough for Skizi to give me some insight while he was making the song. I have to say though, at the time, I really didn't see the vision. This song is a metaphor for marijuana addiction, comparing it to the love of a woman. The first time I heard this song, I thought Skizi was adding on to an already overdone trope with a relatively average song. Upon hearing the final product, however, I have completely changed my mind. Rosemary starts with a sweet and floral melody, leading into a tape beginning to roll. After just a few seconds, a lighter flicks and the song begins. The song is layered over a simple boom-bap beat, as well as a simple floral melody similar to the beginning of the song. The genius of the song, however, comes with these subtle electronic beeps that overlay throughout the entire song. This strongly juxtaposes the aforementioned beat and melody and really makes the listener feel slightly uncomfortable. I think this works really well because the sweet floral melody represents the high that Skizi is chasing. These uncomfortable, off-putting electronic noises represent how he's actually feeling in the moment. On top of witty lyricism concerning the metaphor of a woman and marijuana, this song not only stands out in its own trope, but is also one of the most deeply symbolic songs on the entire album. And now, at long last, we've arrived to the title track, Vision. This is undoubtedly the best song on the entire album. Vision is a deep and melancholic look into Skizi's mind. From his battle with depression to his strive to be the greatest, Skizi takes you on a passionate and melodic journey through his mind. With both fantastic delivery and a beautiful piano instrumental, this song perfectly sums up the entire album. Vision wears the mantle of title track like a crown, and not only makes me appreciate the album even more for what it is, but makes me excited to see what Skizi has in store for us in the future. I'm gonna cut myself off there because I could talk about this one all day, but if you take anything away from this video, it's that you need to go and listen to this song. Lastly, we have BTFU, which is the bonus track. Overall, this track is certainly a bit of a step down in quality compared to the rest of the album. Not that this song is bad by any means, but we are dipping into slightly average territory here. I really don't have any compliments or complaints for this one. It's a decent track. Overall, Vision is a really good album, especially considering this is Skizi's first full-length release. With high highs and lows that barely dip into average, this album is a genuine testament to Skizi's style and talent. This album features a strong mix of genuine bangers and melancholy personal analysis, which Skizi executes phenomenally. Due to this, I'm feeling a strong 7 to a light 8 on this one. Transition. For real guys, go give this album a listen. I know Robbie worked super hard on this. Robbie is a close friend of mine, and I'm lucky enough to be able to see the process of him creating this album. Seeing this album come to fruition has genuinely been amazing, and I'm seriously honored to be a part of the process. You can check out Vision on Spotify, SoundCloud, and Apple Music, which all of course will be linked in the description below. Thank you all for watching, and thank you Skizi for giving us such an incredible album. Peace.